What's up, guys? Got my camera set up. Look at these guys. Look at them. Look at them go. Yeah, I'll turn the flow down a little bit. There we go. This is just one of my tanks, though. This is my 20 high. Got some Adelphis. I had 6. I need to get some more. I got them in January. At the tri-state swap, and the 2 that are gone happened relatively quickly. These guys, there's nothing stopping them. And I know they want to breed. I know that they do. I just need more of them. How's everybody? What's up? What's new? Anything? Anyone get any new fish? What's up? Talk to me. Look at these guys. Yeah. It sucks because when I want to zoom in, I can't make the camera go down anymore. It's already kind of like this, so I can't make it go down and look down really much, but look at the Corys. They're just loving it. There's so many plants in there. So many plants. So many plants. Look at them. Look at them. Oh, I love it. Hold on. Since the lights are still kind of on. Oh, shut up, Gary. I've been doing it for a while. What's up? How you doing, Gary? Alright, hold on a sec. Let's get it. Focus. Focus. I need something to focus on. See, that's what I hate. I'm still trying to figure out the camera. Like some of the settings and stuff. I was able to just get a cord and plug it up to the laptop. Alright, let's try something else. You guys help me figure it out. There we go. I actually found someone with some documented endlers. I just gotta wait a couple months till they're ready. And I will probably be registering them on Lily's database. And then, if that happens, I'd be more than happy to give them to people that would also link them to connect that phylogenetic tree that we're trying to build, you know. Got some LT grays. This is like more of my wilds. I like to put blondes in here with them. Um, the LT grays. I've had these guys for a while. That's one of my first hybrids right there with the pink. Like she's like half koi, half Endler. Almost 2 years old now. Whereas every guppy I had before that maybe lasted 3 months, if I was lucky. So I bred a koi and a tuxedo female with a chili Endler, or scarlet Endler. And I still have one of those males yet, actually. But, I actually have a male, like a calico in there too, with a blonde body. The blonde is all recessive traits. And then, yeah, it's all day long. Yeah, I know it's silty in there. Everything in here is the way it should be. Let's see, can I get my Synodontis? Hold on, Jonah, I hear you. Hold on 1 second, buddy. There's one of the Synodontis. Hey, thanks for the grand appearance, sir. Thanks for the grand appearance. What's up, Don? How are you doing, man? I've really enjoyed our talk that we had. I would love to do another. Here, hold on. Here, got my boy.
There we go. Let's go.
Look at that. Look at these fish.
It's very cool.
But yeah, Don, we can talk live food for. I can talk live food for hours, dude. You could potentially make vinegar eels without actually buying them also. We can deep dive down that sometime if you want. But these are all the Endlers, really. You know, all the plants are doing everything. I don't really do anything in here, or in any of these tanks, besides change the water. I'll change the water and clean the filter, and that's about it. With some Adelphi Cories down there. I only got 4. Like I said, I wish. Oh, okay. So that tuxedo female there, right next to that koi on the bottom, those are a couple of my first. You know, it was wild. The one I just showed you with the silver body, but with the koi tail. They came out at the very same exact time. So that koi guppy put out another koi guppy with hybrids in the same brood, which. Now, I know a lot about guppy genetics, and I know that they got 5, pockets in their stomach that they can store DNA, and they can spawn whichever one they want according to pheromone, and they know. But it can't be completely impossible that she wanted to put out, like a replica of herself as well as these other fish. So like that tuxedo down at the bottom, getting harassed by the tiger Endler. She's one of my first hybrids. Let's see, that red fish all the way on the left by the filter. Let's see, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, right there in the middle. The red guy right in the middle. That's one of my that's another one of the first ones. Now these guys are going about 2 years. Every guppy I get before that, maybe it would last 3 months. I got some, I got a whole colony of pingu guppies in this 5.5, but all the lights are off. But I kind of set this tank, I kind of switched the light schedule on it a little bit so I can at least show a little bit of it, so you can see what's going on in there. There's all kinds of plants everywhere. It's a jungle. All kinds of that's one of the tiger antlers I made with my own males. I didn't get any females. I don't know. That's crazy. I'm making Vienna guppies without even having females. I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty sure it's just all the diversity. Sticking blondes in there. I like to stick the blondes everywhere. Complete. What up, Melly Mel? How you doing? Hey, Mel. I got an angelfish sticker for you today. So, all that valve floating in that tank, that's going to you, as well as this angelfish sticker that I got today. So, we'll just have to get together about that, and yeah, we'll get that done. I'm waiting for someone to ask me, how many fish are in there? I don't know. I don't know. Looks like they're doing just fine. They're in there eating scuds all day long while I'm working. Eating scuds. They're happy. They're happy. The catfish are nuts. I just cleaned the filter before I stream, so the little bit of flow is really hyping them up. And I know they want to breed. I just need some more. So there's a couple things that have kind of changed, like with trajectory towards like school and stuff. I know I've talked about wanting to do like aquaculture and things. Yeah, you're welcome, Mel. I got you. It's a really nice it's a really cool sticker. Let's see. I might have it right next to me. If I find it, I'll show you. But
It's not showing up.
What up?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get something set up with OBS while you're talking. Something's just not showing up. So yeah, I'm just trying to get up a recording kind of like setup.
You can do whatever you want. Even if you want to put it on a different browser and clip it through a browser, you can totally do that if you want, and we can re-add the audio later.
Yeah, well, it's
whatever you want. So I was thinking about going to aquaculture school. Well, aquaculture school is in Madison, Wisconsin. UW-Madison. It's at least 3.5 hours away. I don't want to get rid of my fish. A lot of them are endangered. The endlers, anyway. I just don't have proof that they're wild caught, so I can't register them. So you see the struggle. I'm in talks with somebody about getting some. He said in a few months they'll be ready. He's got some wild guppies with a collection point, but it would be really nice to get those also. So I have a rack that I'm gonna set up. I actually just met somebody today that you know how it is when you meet another fish nerd, right? So basically, she's probably going to be giving me a bunch of like 5.5 gallon tanks, maybe some 10s. So after I build that rack,
It's me.
I'll be able to move a lot of the fish into their own little. And don't get me wrong, I'm buckets galore all over this apartment. Buckets galore. It's a farm. Actually, so what happened was I wanted to go at 6:30, but my sister showed up with some mystery snails that she can't take care of anymore. So I was kind of blindsided by a little tiny tank with a couple snails in it. And so I was teaching her about them a little bit. And then I was like, come in here, come look at this. And she's just standing in here like. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? That's pretty nice.
All right.
But,
How's my volume?
You're good, man.
I'm good. All right, cool. Because I just wanted to make sure everything was good to go. I got it. Go ahead and was recording on my computer, so I have basically everything being sent to my computer, and I can edit that later. So we are good to go whenever.
For any of you that don't know Jonah is a close friend of mine. We've known each other for like 14 years almost.
Time flies, man.
I used to live at his house every weekend. Jack's Pizza burritos. Come on, dude. You
The, the,
don't remember?
the, the pizza quesadilla. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness! When you
dude.
put the pizza, so you had
Yeah.
to put the pizza
Yeah.
on the bottom. You put like Doritos and cheese
Yes.
on
And
top, and then you put the pizza on top,
it
and
was
then
two
you bake
pizzas.
that.
Remember?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you got to put the two pizzas, so
Dude,
it's
we
just
did
a
so
nice
many
scoop.
stupid things like that. Oh
That
my god.
thing was amazing. To this day, I don't regret that, man.
You
My
dude.
heartburn might, but no.
I'm glad you remember it. I mean, we're all getting
Oh,
older.
how
There's
could you
some
forget?
things that I'll well, some things you don't remember, you know.
Yeah, you
I
you
mean,
remember the
we've
pizza
both been
quesadilla?
pretty busy. Huh?
Yeah, I said everybody remembers the pizza quesadilla.
Yeah, very true. Also, Jonah made at one time he made ghost ghost pepper burritos out of he did it for fun.
It was
Or
scorpion pepper, so a
scorpion.
little bit hotter than the ghost
Yeah.
pepper. Now the
He
funny
did
thing
it
is about that stuff is that it doesn't taste that good. Like the actual pepper itself doesn't have a good flavor. It's basically just a meme pepper that is meant to be spicy, but like the actual flavor is really bitter and it's just
right.
not that good.
And he made them just to do it, right? But to me, it was a meal. It was a delicious meal. I loved it. I loved it. He came and brought it to me at work, warm. Dude, you can't ask for better friends than that. You can't.
You're
You
gonna make
can't.
me blush.
Good. You deserve
Yeah.
it. You deserve it.
I remember it was funny though because I remember bringing that like I was I had it in a little plastic baggie, and you want everybody to try it, so you're walking around like, hey man, you want to try this? Like walking around with a pepper, looking really sketchy. Everyone's like, what? The boss is like, what are you doing? I was like, it's just a pepper, man.
It looked like a nugget,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's just a red demon nugget is what it was.
But
So
why don't you tell him tell everyone a little bit about you? Little introduction of yourself, what you like to do, things like that.
hey, I appreciate the time, man. So my name is Jonah Grave. I just kind of added the Grave because I have a game studio that I'm working on. It's Grave Limit, and I'm looking to do just small scale indie games. It's taken a little bit to get learning all those skills, but that's something that I really enjoy doing. I have a couple projects that I'm really happy with, and within the next year or so, I'll probably be trying to push out media for those. I'm a veteran of the United States Army, and I got out in 2022, and I've just been hanging around in, far away from my buddy here, unfortunately,
Yeah,
for
that's
the
why you.
past.
That's what happened when you left me. That's where you went.
Yep. It's
But
the Army.
I was proud. I was proud of you. I always was. I was happy for you. I remember talking to you when you were in Germany or in Poland. I remember we were able to talk quite a bit when you were in Poland, and that was really nice.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
it was like a whole week you were on that train, and we talked like a whole week straight. It was
The
great.
train, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that train. Let me tell you about this train real quick. So, I was an armorer, so I had an arms room. I had a whole bunch of military equipment that was in my name, and I had to transport it from Poland to Germany on the railways. And Poland and Germany, for some reason, they hate each other on these trains. Like they just despise each other, and they deliberately try to sabotage each other and make it impossible to move loads around. I don't know what is happening. So this is like an 8-hour car ride. It should have been a single day. I wake up on this train the next day, and the engine is gone. They left us in the middle of nowhere, Germany, and we're just chilling in this cabin in the middle of like a German winter, and we're just like, "What the heck is going on, man?" And it's crazy because you don't get any data out where you're at, so we're just basically out there in the middle of nowhere for 2 weeks in a freezing German train car, waiting for somebody to come pick us up.
Yeah, that's
And
wild.
so that was fun. We were there when Russia invaded Ukraine too. So that we were about
Oh
500 miles
yeah,
away
I
from
was really
that.
worried about you actually. I was really scared that you're gonna like have in some way be
Hey,
involved
we
with that.
we were ready to go, man. We were ready to help the refugees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully, thankfully we avoided having to get too involved with that. But so tell me a little bit about what you got going on here in your
Oh
tank.
yeah, like so. Real quick, let me brush up on school. So real quick, I was gonna do aquaculture. um, at UW. My next semester starts in like not even a week. I've just been taking 2 classes at a time, and working, and I kind of realized a lot of the like COVID ruined a lot of things, especially school. I'm doing literally teaching myself everything online and doing everything by myself, and how I still get an 85% in my one of my like I don't know. It's kind of wild. Like I did really good, but so I kind of was on this trajectory to go to an aquaculture program at UW Madison, and I thought about it and like okay, um, I really don't want to get rid of these fish. Um, I'm also getting a colony of Scyphia multipunctata from Mousy, and those are extremely endangered as well. And I, uh, I, I could do it if I had to, but I don't think I want to yet. So what I'm doing is I switched. I basically went over kind of like more like, well, let's take. The thing is, I've already taught myself a lot of aquaculture stuff. Like I got a lot of. I mean, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm breeding the microfauna. I'm raising the fish off the microfauna as well as other foods, um, and other things that I make for them to eat. Uh, Nematode cultures, microfauna, phytoplanktons, rotifers, parameciums, you name it. And um, that's why they do so good. I mean, you see them all picking at the ground. They're looking for scuds.
Okay.
Those scuds, they Mel, do you still want to, Mel wants I got scuds for your discus, Mel. I do. I got a lot of them.
So are
Um,
you trying to keep it as self-sustaining as possible? Like,
Basically, yeah.
okay.
There's
So
a
what do you need to buy then to like? I know it's impossible to keep it like fully self-sustaining. Like, what kind of resources do you have to buy to keep them happy?
Well, it all depends on the fish, really. The best thing to do is, you know, if you come into fish keeping, you do the worst thing you could do is buy a tank and a fish on the same day, because first of all, there's water chemistry involved. There's ammonia cycles, nitrogen cycles. There's a lot of chemistry in there, and you have to figure that out. You want to set that tank up, put an ammonia source in that water. People back project Don, you probably know this. People used to pee in their tanks to get them started because it's ammonia. That's what they used to do back in the day.
Okay,
Um,
that's
yeah,
crazy because coming from what I know, like literally the only thing that I know is you clean the water and you put bubbles in the water to keep it aerated. So I mean, you're talking about
that's
all this
that's why
chemistry and stuff.
I
Yeah,
told I
it's
told you it
totally
was gonna be
insane.
fun. I told you it was gonna be fun for you. I wanted
Yeah,
people to get a little kind of like a view of, because we're all talking to each other. We all have fish, and we're all talking to each other all the time. Jonah's been asking me to stream with him for like 8 years, and we've done that before, but I
better
wasn't
late than
re-
never.
I wasn't ready, right? And now that's what we're just gonna. It's gonna give you that like like layman term, kind of like layman, understanding,
I'm
but
here to
with
ask the questions that guys like me who know nothing about this, like how like basically your entry level, like I have no idea what's going on, and Jacob's the guy that's going to get me informed, and he knows what he's talking about, and I trust what he says, and I think that you
and I'm
guys out there
still
trust what he
learning.
says as
I'm
well. Yeah.
still learning. There's so many things. So if basically, so with these fish, especially, a lot of these fish are from the Orinoco River Basin. Not the Adelphi cories are probably another. Most of the corridors in the hobby are South American. So all these fish are South American fish right here. Um, what you want to do is you want to look up their habitats, the ecology in their habitats. You know, this isn't
There's
an
fun.
actual dedicated biotope to these fish, but it's as natural as I can make it, and as sustainable as I can make it. So basically, so in Iowa we have hard water on like aquifer, like limestone bedded aquifers, and so the water comes pretty hard out the tap. Um, I found the best, like chasing pH is another thing that's you really don't want to do, but there are things that you can get that you can put into these systems, and with your waters like mine, when you do a water change, those things are gonna have there's a buffering capacity that's gonna get rid of those uh, like them heavy metals and stuff like that that keep water more alkaline, like the so really it's a lot of there's man oh man there's compost in there, there's uh mixed with aqua soil, mixed with I got red balls of red clay throughout the substrate for iron, so I don't have to dose iron. I don't use any fertilizers. I mean I have some, but I just been kind of I've been trying to figure out how to do it without fertilizer, and it's just been going nuts. And
Speaking of
imagine if I
going nuts,
fertilized it.
your
What's up?
guys are they're look at them. They're going ham on something down the bottom.
Yeah, they probably got a scud.
Yeah,
They're
they're going
eating.
crazy. Yeah, dude, all of them are going after it.
Yeah, well, the males are trying to breed all the time. Is really what's going on.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, they're like chasing each other around
yeah,
there.
so they're live bearing fish. They don't lay eggs. The little black spots that you see in the back of the females by their anal fins, that's actually the baby's eyeballs that you're looking at inside of the fish. They're free swimming when they come out. Every 20, 30 days, there's about maybe 20, 30 fry per guppy.
So
Endlers, you'll
they
have a
don't come out
little.
with eggs.
No, they'll come out and they'll have that egg yolk still attached to them to their stomach, right? And they'll sometimes I don't really see it often with endlers, but I have seen it with endlers. But most baby fish that you breed will have an egg, like a yolk sac, still on them, and you don't feed them until that has been completely consumed and gone. And basically, I have all these different colonies. I just let them colony breed, and then I take out the ones that I don't want. Like I've been targeting certain genetics this way, without being really meticulous. Um, a lot of the fish that I have, I've bought fish from other breeders that have been buying guppies. Every time they get a new strain of guppy, they add it into their colony's DNA. So my fish have 20 to maybe 10 to 20 years of DNA in them. And almost the only males that look remotely the same are my Altigres, some of those Vienna guppies and those tiger antlers, and my pingus. But other than that, all of the wild genetic fish that I have, they look different. It's because of there's just so much diversity. I can like there'll be all kinds of things like, oh, there's a top sort on that one, or there's this color with this one. I've been targeting a lot of blues. I've been finding a lot of endlers with blue, and I've been targeting them and putting them in a different tank. See what comes of that. Because I want to see how much blue I can get into an endler without buying a hybridized like a Japanese blue endler or whatever, or blue star endlers. I'm just kind of trying to see what I can do. But like the little tiger guys down there in the bottom, they look like little tiger, They're called tiger endlers. I started with one male. It's the one at the top by the koi. He's got a pintail, but those ones down there, they look almost identical. And I used my own females to do that. It's
So
just,
you have
it's
your own
really,
custom fish on demand.
basically, yeah,
That's
I
pretty
could
cool.
take any of these males and put them in a tank with females and actually like line them out if I really wanted to. But I just like seeing all the different combinations and stuff. And if I get my hand, if when I do get uh, these, whenever, as soon as I get some endlers with a location point, they're going to be in their own tank. And I will be line breeding them, which would mean I have to. What I do now is for like male DNA, because I have how many of these colonies, I can take a fish from one tank, put it into a different tank, have that go a couple generations, find a male that looks really awesome, and I can take him and reintegrate him back into that tank that his ancestors originally came from, and he'll have different DNA. And so that, like, yeah, it's crazy. It's sustainable.
So, and now all of this is in the goal of conservation.
Yes, it's just the fact that I don't have anything with documentation. A lot of these fish, the thing is, I'd either have to get a scale swab or like a scale sample, you know. So,
So you have to send stuff to a lab to get like verified that you have like certain DNAs and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
talk to my school about it and see if there's anything that they can do.
Oh, schools usually have a lab.
Yeah,
That
and
might
I've
be
been,
something that you get more access to if you go to a physical location. So
yeah,
I know.
NICC, and even in the Kalmar campus, that like I've been told if there's any plants I need identified, I can go there anytime.
Okay.
But so I know some of these fish. But so this tank here though isn't the endlers. This is more of like wild guppies. This is my fun tank. This is where I like to have fun with. Like I like to put stuff in here together and see what they make.
So this isn't your like endangered tank or anything. This is something different.
No.
Okay.
Even though some of the fish are like like the smaller ones with the iridescent colors. Now they're called. There's different classes of endlers. There's N class, which is pure. P class, which is an endler that looks exactly like a wild endler, but you just don't have the proof. And then there's K class, where you know it's hybridized with a guppy. So any of the fish that have the wild markings, but they're longer, they're gonna have guppy DNA. Otherwise, it's the opposite. Now the tank over here, like you saw those males earlier, they're really small. So, like, it is a possibility that they are complete, but there's just that off chance that there could be a little, a little percentage or whatever. And so what I'm trying to do, that's a wild guppy right there, that big old girl right there. That's
That one right in the middle, like the bottom middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got no color. Yeah, she's got no color. She's got like more of a dull gray. If you looked really close at her, she has all these really intricate markings on her fins that are just like wild. Like they're wild, literally. But so whenever I get the endlers with the documentation, I'm gonna I can add them to the database. I can show that here.
Yeah, talk a little bit about this database.
Okay.
Like what the heck here? What the? Oh,
No, one second. Yeah,
Freaks me
let
out for a
turn
second.
this off here for a quick mid-jigger second.
All right.
All right, so this right here is the database. All you have to do is make a profile. This is one of my fish here. As soon as that's what this is, certificates and registrations. I'd be able to add these fish to this.
So if you take those to a school, you can add those. Like if they get identified and officially recognized, you can take that certification and put it in there.
Yeah, and then I can track the breeding, get the fish to other people that are going to use this database, and they will register them, and it'll all come back to my fish, like how they do with purebred dogs. So That's kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying to build phylogenetic trees of these fish because that's like the biggest thing. Yeah, there's no paperwork on them. But yeah, I got a lot of other fish that I've done things in here with. Let's see, what's the last time I messed with the endlers? July 29th, April. Yeah. So
So
I
is
think
this
I need to.
database shared with anybody? Are you in like is this some part of an organizational type of thing, or is this specifically your database
This
for
is
your
no, it's
system?
not mine at all. It's her name is Lily. She's an ichthyologist. She asked if I wanted to help, and I said absolutely. I would love to do that.
Shout out to Lily.
Yo, Lily's awesome. I should get a hold of her because she said towards maybe like mid-August she'd be ready to do she wants to come out. We're gonna do a stream and talk about it more. But
That'll be awesome.
it's not just fish. Like I put African door frogs in here. What if they become endangered? Well, now there's information of how I bred them anyway.
So basically,
And
anything that goes in your tank. Now, would you put plants in there as well if you got some interesting plants?
yeah, um,
Okay.
like there's some tanks have different plants than the others. I like a lot of plants. I don't really like go towards like certain biotopes. I mean, I could, but I'm just too much of a psychopath with how some of these plants look that I can't help it but to have them. Like, there's a Madagascar lace plant in there. There's plants from America in there. There's plants from it's. But the whole idea though is to have it's a closed system, and actually there's no heater in there. I took the heater out. All I do is change the water, clean the filter, and pull plants out because it gets too full.
Okay.
That's what you want. You don't want to have to keep putting plants into stuff. You want to be having to take them out, really. Um, and
Because they're
that's
growing
why,
too much.
yeah, and that's why
Okay.
I got all that Vallisneria floating because I'm gonna send that to Mel.
Okay.
Um, but really,
So you harvest it and you give it to other members of the community.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um, uh, Matt Jeannie, Matt's mom.
Yeah.
She's got my fish.
Really?
Yep, she's got my
That's
fish.
awesome.
She she had a couple mollies, which I also did a entry for in here. Like, it doesn't even matter if you bred the fish or not. If you have information about the fish, just put it in here somewhere. Like, all you have to so for these frogs, the family of the frogs weren't in here, so I had to add the family. And then like I had to add pipe a day to the thing, to the whole database, and then I added the species, and then that's when I went through and put all the other information in. um, I put diamond tetras in here. I'm the first submission on this database for diamond tetras. I put how I bred them. It's so for people, if they get these, then they can see what other people did and how they bred them, or maybe there's something you've witnessed that someone else hasn't witnessed, and that's what you want to share. You know, like here's a picture of the fry, so people can
Okay.
know what
So
the
you
fry
can.
look like.
So you have the opportunity to see behaviors that maybe somebody hasn't seen and recorded before, and add that to the
Absolutely
database.
correct. That
That's very cool.
yes. Um, but yeah, but Jeannie had some mollies, which are they're related. They're in the same family as the guppies and the antlers. They're all called Posilidae, Posilids. Um, let's see. Let me get down there. We've been doing a lot of work on this, and it's been going awesome. Um, Don, I know you set up an account. Let me you send me that screenshot. I'll send you the gift card because No one else has sent me anything yet. Since you're in the UK, I can't mail anything to you, but I can definitely send you something for. I put Variatus platies in here with my pictures, my info, like, and it's just like the information that I witnessed breeding them, stuff like that. Um, there's the Endler right there. I did guppies, the mollies here. This picture right here is my picture. I got this one that looks like a Dalmatian. I got this Dalmatian and a black molly from Jeannie, and she said, "Oh, I really want to know what their babies would look like." And I said, "Give me a month. Give me a month." So these are actually in the pond that I take all of my fish to, my friend's pond in her basement. Um, every time I take fish over there, like I just took a bunch of fish over there recently, and we sat there and looked at these fish in a glass bowl for like an hour, just geeking out. And without her, I would not be able to do it at all, because like where would I take them? There's no LFSs out here. There's one LFS here, and
So is that like the breeding pool then, like where you're going to take fish to selectively breed them?
no, I take them there so that it basically it's another place for them to breed. If anything happens here, I can go there and get fish. There's been times where things have happened. Uh, Actually, one time her heaters went out in the winter, and all of my mollies and guppies and endlers all survived, but all of her other fish died.
Oh no.
But when I raised them up, I conditioned them to. I conditioned them, and but
So you
I
guys
mean,
you guys share ecosystems a little bit, kind of give yourself some redundancy.
I was basically I brought everything that I have to offer into her pond. Now, like the scuds, like the microfauna, the plants, like all the critters, all that stuff, they're all there in her house now too, um, and her ponds and stuff. And they've actually saved her pond from crashing a couple times, because she works a lot, and like a like a lily, like a lily bulb, like a flower, fell into the pond, and it was about to crash, but the scuds were all over it, eating it at a rate faster than it could have allowed the system to crash.
So a lily what?
Like like the plant, like a lily, like a
Like
flower.
just a single flower was enough to destabilize the system?
It could have, yeah, because it was
Really?
rotting. It was rotting away in there, yeah, yeah,
Wow. And then the little guys were going to work and protecting everybody, huh?
yeah. They were eating it faster than it could decompose. Like
That's
as
very
soon as
cool.
something's already decomposing, they're on the top of it.
That's very cool. I mean that mimics just nature perfectly, you know? I mean
Right, and
that's how
so
everything is in nature. When it goes down, it just
yeah,
becomes food for something else.
and basically it's a way to kind of save your butt, just in case something happens,
Yeah.
you know.
So how long has it been from your first tank to where you are now?
Almost 4 years.
4 years.
Almost 4 years.
How close do you
Yeah.
think you are to 10,000 hours?
Oh, if we're talking about hours, dude, I can't. If we're
Because
talking about hours,
you probably don't even keep track.
man,
You're on it all
I
day, man. You're probably thinking about it and learning about it. Like you can't even keep track, right?
no.
Because they say it
Before
takes about 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. So
Well, I mean, and I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I'm still relatively new in this hobby. It's almost 4 years. Like that's still pretty newbie on standards in the as far as. But I went down a rabbit hole I never climbed out of.
that's the best way to do it, man. You just get lost in something and you
Lost in the
never,
sauce.
lost in
Just
the sauce, man.
lost, brother. And I just
I've,
love it.
I've been down that road so many times, and it's just there's so many that you can get lost in, and you manage to find one that is it teaches you about the world. It gives you something to enjoy, and you get to give these fish kind of a nice, happy life. You get to
And
kind of help protect some environmental things. It seems like you found a really good thing here.
and a lot of it right now is it's kind of preservation in a sense. Uh, I don't have any actual documentation of any wild endlers to be able to give to anybody to do a reintroduction project, but that's something that I would, like that's kind of, like building blocks, right? Um, the diamond tetra I showed you earlier, actually Ivan McColgy right now is doing a reintroduction project already, and it just, oh, it's great. Um,
Awesome. How close do you think you are to some kind of a reintroduction project then?
it depends. I've been talking to a couple people about a couple other things. Uh, when I get these Scyphia, reintroduction is probably not a good idea, but rather finding a habitat for them and putting them somewhere else would probably be more of a better idea. But it's all about keeping the genetics intact in the first place. That way you can do that, because there's certain fish that live in, certain waters, like wild bettas live in peat swamps with like 3-4 pH. They've never been exposed to ammonia in their whole entire existence. So people, then they come over here and people are putting them in their tap water and they're dying. And it's like, dude, these are endangered fish. What are you doing? Like, that fish, its organs fail because it's not used to ammonia. It doesn't work. Like,
There's ammonia in our tap water.
um, yeah. Well, there's all kinds of things in tap water, man. Like chloramines, chlorine, some like Prodigal, for example.
Okay, so
He
so where do you got to source your water then? Like, how do you prep your
puts
tanks for that?
Oh yeah, okay, so that comes right back around full circle. So basically what I do is it's a dirted tank with like compost and aqua soil and red clay. Um, you know, as like really humic material, like humic material mixed in with the actual like aqua soil. Aqua soil is basically like all those little black spots you see on the top. Those are a bunch of little tiny clay pellets that are fired up, and it's like volcanic substrate, right? But so integrating that with compost and other things that have broken down into that compost, it just breeds life, basically. And with these fish, I like to keep them at around like a 7.6 pH. And with our water being so hard, the way I do that is, you see how the water's kind of tan, right? There's tannins in the water. I put
Now, now tannins, that's like decay. That comes from decayed plants, right?
it comes from like I have like Indian almond leaves, like there's jackfruit leaves, like the driftwood
Yeah.
itself. Tannins come from that. What it does, it releases humic acid, and humic acid into the water that basically dissolves those hard metals and brings that pH down. The hardness of the water. So every time, so not only do I have that in here, there's magnesium rocks, calcium carbonate, there's some coral, uh, and leaf litter, and like botanical pods and stuff like that. And every time I do a water change, it goes right back to 7.6. So
Okay,
so all I have to
you got it
do,
down.
yeah. And these
Awesome.
are all small tanks too, which apparently are harder to balance
Oh, if I
out.
if I had to guess, it's because since they're small, any change is going to be much more dramatic and change that ecosystem a lot faster
Mhm.
than in a larger tank.
Mhm. It's the water volume.
Awesome. Hey, can I ask for one editorial favor?
Yeah.
So can you make our face bubbles a little bit bigger? That's just going to make it easier for me to grab it and do editing. It's going to make it like a better quality.
Yeah,
So like
I
that
should be
that'll
able
just
to.
yep.
Should be able to. Let me
Like
switch
we
this
like
over
when
here.
I joined and you had like then get that guy in the background so he's not cutting us off. Because the way you had it when I joined was like excellent.
I
Do you have
think I
like
had it like this. Let me see.
no no you had it was switch there you go, perfect right there. Just like that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But
Appreciate you.
Prodigal, his water in the UK is running like 30, 33 parts per million of nitrates. That's You can blame agricultural runoff for that. Um, but yeah, like
You
there's
can't escape that. Agriculture, that runoff is everywhere. I mean, the
dude,
DNR was always on top of my cousin because they were dairy farmers, and if they have anything going in their creeks that was going into the Mississippi River, you know, that eventually
yeah,
worked its way into the river. They really have to be careful with like their manure and their
yeah,
fertilizers,
and
all
what
of that.
the problem is that the government incentivizes the farmers to grow the most yield. So they buy all the anhydrous ammonia and they dump it all into the ground, and it's pure carbon. Then that erodes into these waterways, and then everything that's connected to the Mississippi, it it creates hypoxic areas with no oxygen. The algae, like, yeah, 37.4 parts per million. That's insane. You do like you don't want to put nothing in that, like, unless you I know he has some stuff that he does to get it lowered before he puts it into his tanks, but like
So biologically, what happens in an environment like that?
with too high of
Yeah.
nitrate poisoning. If you don't have plants that are able to, eat that, consume that, turn it into nitrites. Other bacterias and things like that also do the same thing. There's things like nitrosomas that live on surface areas that take uh, nitrate turn into nitrite. It's a whole mix of things. It's bacterias, archaea. Uh, for the longest time, they thought that basically like the nitrosomas were actually living in our filter, where they actually just found out that it's archaea. So if you look at any terrestrial plant, 90% of terrestrial plants have a symbiotic relationship with mycorrhizal fungi. And that's why you see the fungus on the roots and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of the same kind of deal. Uh, but yeah, you got archaea living in there, and it's doing all that. There's so many things going on. It's a huge circle of different things, and the nitrogen cycle is only one of the cycles. Like, there's more than
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. That's just one thing that you got to know what's going on to even keep the plants alive, let
Mhm.
alone the fish that you're dealing with.
Right.
Hold
Right.
on, this little girl is
A
she
bundle of
needs
joy.
something. I think she's hungry because she has come up and she has started nibbing on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to
Go
get her
feed her
some
real
food
quick.
real quick.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
good.
See, yep. She's trying to find. She's
But
trying to get my beard.
I want to show you guys this. So
Oh, you brought the problem.
Uh, Ivan McColgy is a very inspiring person. Uh, I I love I have his books. I love supporting him, doing anything I can to help support him. He is doing a reintroduction project with the Diamond Tetras right now. Pretty sure that they were stuck in that earthquake, and so there's a kind of a lot of stuff going on with them right now, him and his sister. Um, but he's the one that started the whole wild aquarium thing, taking an aquarium to a body of water and filling it up and making a video out of it. He's the one that, you know, like literally started this whole thing. When my computer would load. Yeah, you guys can check it out. I'll send a link. But you cannot preserve something that you don't know exists. He grew up in Valencia, right? You know, pretty close to the Orinoco River Basin. These diamond tetras are from Valencia, I believe, is Valencia and the Orinoco. They have a range of, you know, kind of around that whole area. Now he's got books. Here's the thing. He's got so many free articles and books that you can read for free. But he's got a couple books that are his life work. And yeah, like, definitely, you know, like, you gotta be able to eat, you know. But he does everything he can to make a lot of this information just available. But, you know, your life's work and just give it away, right? I mean, he's already doing that with a lot of other things. He sells art, you know, he sells NFT stamps. If you don't have any way, you know, even if you're not interested in fish, but you want to help him out, he's got art. I actually have I have one of his pen doodles. His sister Yelka sent me a pen doodle with the book, and they're the ones that got me in contact with Lily, because Lily used to intern for them, and that's how we got networked together. And when she's like, I know it's not much, but it's just a little pen doodle, whatever. Man, I was sobbing when I got that book and saw that pen doodle. Sobbing.
So I just
Look
got
at
back
all
here. Are
these.
you showing off something that people can purchase and support
Well,
these efforts?
this is Ivan McColgee's website. He does a lot of conservation work, but he really targets it through photographs and art, because you cannot you know, he says you cannot preserve something you don't know exists. So that's what I have. A couple of his books. I can't really show them, copyright reasons, but he actually he's recorded quite a few species of fish for the first time. They actually named this after him. These are Oscars.
Oh wow!
That were never like, they've never been scientifically, you know, recorded. And
is that down in the Amazon then?
Yeah, and he recorded them, and they named them after him. And
that's awesome,
you know,
man.
That's
Imagine
just
having
one,
a fish named after you. We got to get you a Jacob fish.
Right, that's just one of them. That's one thing you know what I mean? There's
he's like the Steve Irwin of fish conservation
in South America, absolutely.
Awesome.
But what I was saying right before you came back was, now there's all kinds of free books on here, articles, press projects, things to read, films, that are free. But yeah, he's got a couple books that are going to be a part of like an 11-book series. That's his life work. Obviously, you know, he's not going to give it for free, but I mean, just the amount of free information that's already on here alone is outstanding. Like, he did the whole, you ever see the videos of people taking tanks by the water and filling them up? Like,
no, I haven't.
Yeah, he started the whole thing. He started that.
Is he filling up like the water so that way his fish have like the home environment?
Well, basically what he's doing is he's going and showing people, like, you can sit there and look at a picture of a stream any day, right? But now when someone goes there and starts pulling stuff out of it, and plants and animals, and then putting them in the tank right next to the body of water, it really puts it into perspective. you know,
Okay.
like
So he's
what's
taking a
in there.
piece of them. He's taking a slice of the environment home.
Well, no, he puts it all right back.
Oh, he puts it back. Okay, so he doesn't
These are
take the
just for
stuff, but
videos.
he's
Yeah,
showing you what it is, like what the environment is. Okay.
right.
Kind of, it's
Um,
a little bit kind of like what Ants Canada does. He had a pretty big announcement. I don't know if you saw that, where he's
mm,
trying to start a larger team now. So for the first time ever, he's going to be slowing down his video output.
mm. But Ivan, the first pictures of this piranha species, like that's because of Ivan, and there's all this information about them, and like
That's cool.
he's great. He's a very nice guy. I actually wrote a paper on him last semester. No, my first semester. I wrote a paper on him, and I told Yelka about. I told his sister about it, and she said Ivan said, if you ever write a paper in the future and you want any photographs, like specific photographs sent to you for it, to get a hold of them. So
Very cool.
it's
You better take that up.
oh, dude,
You better.
absolutely. Oh,
Don't be shy.
you already know. This I've probably showed his website 3 or 4 times in the last like 2 weeks. I mean,
That-
I
mean,
love
show-
it, dude. This is what we need, right? Like the let's see, Diamond.
What
He's
are you
doing the
doing?
Diamond Tetra reintroduction right now,
Dude,
which makes me feel awesome that the first fish I bred, someone's out there putting them back into the wild.
yeah, you're a part of the
So,
fight, man. You're in it. You're in the
mhm,
trenches.
mhm.
Maybe you'll be out there. Maybe
I'm
you'll be a
totally
guest
willing to
on.
travel and leave here too and go anywhere. Like if if it came to a point where it was, um, I like I could move somewhere, continue school, have somewhere to work and live, and kind of like intern and be in this. I've actually had a few offers from a couple other ichthyologists, but I didn't know them like that, so I just kind of took it at face value. Like, let me finish school and figure out what I want to do. But I'm kind of at the point now. I'd be willing to take all of my fish and take them to my friend that I that I always take them to, and literally just go. Like,
You
I
got to take
mean,
the opportunity because you can do more work and more good out there in the field. You know.
and that's why I'm in school. So that's what my switch has been from, going from. He's also recorded like 8 new orchids that are new to science. Um, Taking it from like aquaculture to more of like freshwater ecology, animal sciences. Like I'm going towards UD, University of Dubuque. They have a fisheries program. That's what I'm gonna go do,
Awesome.
and I want to get a job in the DNR or anywhere else in the world that needs help.
Just something, get your foot in the industry, and then that'll
Yeah.
keeps the ball rolling. You can go anywhere that you want in the future as long as you keep chasing the opportunities. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the big thing is you got
I'm
things
just trying
coming
to
your
find my
way, and
people. I'm just trying to
exactly.
find my people.
Well,
That's
it
what
looks
the
like they're trying to
Discord
get.
is.
It looks like they're trying to find you, man. It
Are
looks
they
like they're coming to
commenting,
you.
telling me what am I doing? It's 1:30 a.m. Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Don, we need to talk and get together again because I remember you said you wanted to do another stream about more in depth on live food, and I think that'd be really fun to do. Um, I would really I would enjoy to do that if we can. So just let me know. Let me know. What up, Nick? How are you? How are you, Nick? What's going on? How's life? What's new? Thanks for coming in. I'm just kind of talking about Ivan and some of his work. I actually, I have this book signed. It has a signature on it, and a piece of his artwork. You want to see the pen doodle? You want to see the pen doodle? Let me get the pen doodle out. Let me show you. I'll show you. I cried when I saw it, dude. I was like, oh my gosh.
While he's pulling this up, everybody watch and make sure you throw your boy a like. Make sure you support your boy Jacob. Throw him a like. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Yeah, I as a small
send me money. Send me money.
Yeah,
I'm a broke college student.
Put your cash app.
20 hours a week.
Put your cash app up on the phone right now and just be like, put a little cash app.
I've thought about it, but I don't want to be that person asking for money.
What we'll do is we'll talk about this off stream. We'll figure out something to do for Patreon, and we'll get something for them for the audience.
Okay.
Or get some reward for them. We'll talk about that off stream though.
And nobody has to give anything either.
Exactly.
All I'm asking is, if anything, please make a profile on Lily's database and submit information about fish. That is what I want more than anything. She would rather see that than money. She yeah, she sent me some towels and pins and stuff that isn't even on the website yet. So even if you don't breed fish, you can go to this is the database part of it, but on the main page before you go into this, there's an actual like a shop tab, and you can get stuff like these little, here, let me show you. So these are going to be on there soon. Some towels. Fish people love towels, right? So there's some towel microfibers with some angelfish on them. Some have discus, some have goldfish. They got the little thing so you can hang it up and let it dry, you know? And then,
hey Jacob, real quick.
Yeah.
So my house is about to get a little bit noisy, and I don't want to be disrupting your stream. And I think we've had a great session here for this hour. That's going to give me plenty of time to go through and get some practice editing.
If you got stuff to do, you go ahead.
I'm gonna hand it back to you, man.
Thanks for coming.
You have a wonderful stream. Hey, we're gonna do it again.
We are gonna be doing it again.
We're gonna do this every week, forever. Okay.
Are you gonna be busy in like an hour?
Probably. Are you gonna be getting off and heading into Discord?
Maybe in like an hour.
Okay. I'll check around. I'm around.
If you see me, just come so we can talk more.
Gotcha. All right. Hey, thanks for having me on. Have a good stream.
You're gonna be asking for fish in a month from now. Just
yeah.
wait.
I already have. I'm up to my neck in hobbies, man. I got so much stuff going on right now. I'll try to do what I can, and we'll talk more about what I can do.
I'll talk you into it. Just watch me.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Hey, you have a good day now, brother.
I'll see you later, dude. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for.
That's one of my day ones. I've known him for like 15 years, almost 14 years. But yeah, so there's also like these pins. I got, let's see, this one is like a licorice gourami. I think it's a licorice gourami. Or, yeah, some kind of little tiny labyrinth gourami. Look at like the detail, you know, it's really, really nice. I got a sailfin molly. I was like, I want the sailfin molly. And then I believe this is a darter, and I haven't even seen this on the website yet, so somebody must have asked for darters to get made. And so you can actually make custom pins too. Like if you have the money and you want a certain thing made, it's like $115, but she's gonna make like 500 of them and put them on the website. So like, you know, if there's things like that that you want, you know, you want to be seen, made and put into fruition, you know, they're little pins. Um, I think I'm gonna get a big poster board and get as many pins as I can on it and just hang it on the wall. That's what I think I'm gonna do. But um, let me grab some. Let me grab a couple things here. So, all right, now here is my. I got both books. I have the. I got the Fish of the Orinoco, and I have the fauna of the Orinoco. They're amazing. Let's see. Is anyone saying anything? I wish I would have done it when I was younger too. I'm 33 and I started school this year. I'm 33. I probably won't be done till I'm about 40, but hey, hey, better late than never. I still by the time I'm 40, I'll still have 20, 30 years to be living and doing stuff, so that's at least how I look at it. Um, so here we got Flora of the Orinoco. It's got a lot of stuff in it. I can't show too many pages, but if you go on the website, there is a free like 25 page like PDF where you can kind of like see what's going on, what's going to be in there. Um, set me some stamps, some NFT stamps that I will never ever get rid of. I don't know. They're just too. They mean too much. They mean too much. But just for example, I can at least show like one page. Basically, every picture that he's taking with these fish and the fauna and everything is, um, it's kind of, you know, like in a ecology sense where he's, you know, he's got a field guide and he's writing down what he's noticing here and there and what the weather's like and what's going on in the water, what animals are next to this plant, do anything. A lot of these, a lot of these plants have sympatry, like, you know, like symbiotic things about them. Almost every single one of these plants has some information. But you don't know. You might have a fish from the Orinoco River Basin, and you can't find out why you can't spawn it. Maybe there's something in this book or any of these books that'll tell you the answer. Maybe it's another fish. Maybe there's a plant that's a trigger, right? It, you know. Um, Ooh, here's a cool one. Here's some wild Sagittaria, or no, it's Sagittarifolia with a fish chilling right on top. And then there's just all kinds of information. Um, you know, all kinds of information. They got the classification or in order on every single one of them. You know, family, subfamily, this, that, and the other. And you know what, Nick? It's never too late to do anything, you know? There's always, as long as you're here, you have time. You have time. It's just, it is hard being adults and, you know, doing what we have to do on a regular basis, and we have to put our passions on hold for, you know, so that we can pay taxes to the man and stuff, and, you know, it is what it is, but I got to a point where I said, uh, I would rather. I think I want to make my living being my hobby. Really, is what I want to do. I want to practice my hobby and get paid for it, and be financially secure, and not, because then it's not work to me. To me, it's not work. This is just a day in the life. Hey, here's the other book, Fishes of the Orinoco. Yelko sent me a actual little, and you know he's an artist. You know, you know when someone's a good artist when they got a separate piece of paper to stop the bleeding through the paper, the ink. But there's a little drawing from 2021 that Ivan did. This is literally his. And Yelka sent me this, and I cried like a baby. I cried like a baby. Because I'm sure he's just sitting down and making thousands of these pen doodles by hand, you know? But I would really like to. I'm actually trying to get a hold of him. It's kind of hard right now. I have a couple things that I want to bring to his attention, talk about, and him and Alex from Fishery are really good friends, and me and Alex are pretty cool. Me and Alex are cool, and we talk every here and there, and so I reached out to Alex, and he's the one that told me about the earthquake situation, and basically he said next time he talks to Ivan, he's gonna mention it. But look at that right there. You got was that the leaf fish? Let's see. Some looks like some cardinals and a leaf fish. Look at that. There's so many fish in here that I it's wild how many fish, like there's fish we don't know about, like literally there's definitely, without a doubt, fish living in the world that we have never, like all the loach species and things coming out of Myanmar. That's because they've just finally allowed our scientists to go in there and do work. And so it's got like maps of it, you know, stuff like that. And you can kind of see where certain things are, and what it's like here, what it's like there. He grew up in Valencia, and he spends a lot of time taking these pictures, and you know, recording this information for us. And I think that if you have bred an endangered fish, or you currently are, you're doing a really big disservice by not sharing that information. And that's where Lily's database comes in. And it feels really, really rewarding to be a part of. I'm actually gonna message Lily after this and talk to her about a couple things, see when she wants to come on. And I've been telling people, and this is like what it kind of makes me kind of angry, but like she sent me a lot of those towels, and I've been telling people that first person that makes an edit and sends me a screenshot of said edit, if you live in the US, I'll send you some of the towels. She sent them to me to do that, and I feel really sad because no one's done it yet, and it's just like it's frustrating. And um, I mean, literally that little bit of information, doing that is mountains more than doing absolutely nothing. There's a huge difference between doing something and not doing anything at all. And if you really want to think about it, fresh water only accounts for 2.5% of Earth's mass. And that's what we're destroying. And I know a lot of guys have kids, and this isn't what we want for our kids, right? Bunch of beautiful, like, landscape photos, but all kinds of information, stuff that you probably never would have known. I can guarantee you, and I can promise you, if you got this book, you're gonna see things you've never heard of ever, and I promise that. And it's just, you never know. There might be something in one of these books that's holding you back, and you just don't have the information. And you know, he's got a lot of free books, but these two books cost money, and for good reason. Spent lots of time on them, lots of time, days and days and days underwater, waiting for the dirt to clear after he moves, just to take a picture. Like, that's dedication. And those are the people I want to shout out in the world. People that are actually making changes. People that are people that want to make changes. People that want to get involved. You know, I never realized how small the whole conservation society, like the community, like the whole realm of conservation and the people in it is scaringly small. Like, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I never realized how close, or how, like, small it was, but it's scary. And I feel for people with kids and people that, you know, that are having kids and such and so forth. And, how long are we going to keep letting this stuff happen before we stand up and say something about it? You know, what we were talking about earlier with the agricultural runoff and stuff, and it's creating dead zones in the Gulf the size of, like, states. And if you can look up a map of dead zones around the world, and you'll see them circling the United States and the UK. Other than that, everyone else is doing a really good job. And what is going on? What's going on? Why? Why? Our parents' parents told our parents, if you start today, you could, whatever, right? And then our parents told us, well, if you start today, and now I find myself, if you start today, you could probably make a difference. And it's terrifying that's just how it, like, no one, like, people really are dissociated from nature and the world and things that are happening in the world. They could care less. That's, I'm gonna drink beer and watch, fantasy football all day, whatever. Like, I literally just watched a parent not too long ago, like a couple days ago. There's there's a nature preserve up by my house, and I think someone threw their cichlids in there because they don't look like bluegill or sunfish, um, and there's a no fishing sign right there. But yeah, here she is bringing her kids there to fish like it's okay. That's not okay. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, are you doing good? Are you doing good? I hope you stay safe, brother. Stay safe, man. But I also just kind of wanted to show you guys some vinegar eels because these things are nuts. These things are gnarly. I love feeding vinegar eels. Just climbing all up around. And I harvested this twice in the last 2 weeks. And it's full of worms. You open it and look at it, looks like it's boiling. It's crazy. The fish love it. Man, water changes in a hurricane. You'd have to take a bucket, put a couple bricks in it, and put it outside just to try to collect some water, huh? I didn't realize my tank light shut off. But at the same time, let me see if I turn my light off. Is it gonna go away? Yeah. Well, I can always show the tanks again, but I just got this camera set up. I figured it out. Got it going. Here, 1 second. Give me one moment. Oh yeah, this bad boy's about to die. No, let me show one more thing. Alright, hold on 1 second. Just unplug the damn thing. I really wish I had like one of those battery. They make like these little like battery packs, and you can take these battery packs, and they have like a cord on it, and you can use that as well. But I just got a high speed like data cable, and I was able to figure out how to get it going, and which I'm happy for because I'll be able to show more of my fish while I'm streaming. Um, I'll take pre-recorded videos of them and be able to just have them playing, you know, and just take a bunch of B-roll of different tanks. I'm really enjoying my Pseudomilgo Gertrude AR2s right now, and I'd love to get some good B-roll of them hanging out and show you guys because they're really, really extraordinary, fascinating fish. Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. I'd be so scared. I mean, like, a storm's a storm, right? But when you're talking about a hurricane, that that's different. That's scary. That's not fun. Yeah, this is my little farm. It's my little farm. All these tanks. Bunch of tanks. And I got my little grow out down here. And then when it's full, I take them to my friend with the pond. I'll show you some of these. I call this my hybrid tank. It's mostly like the fish that catch my eye, and a lot of them are hybrids. Some of my first hybrids are in there also, but let's see. Oh, this thing died. That's great. Oh well, let me grab the laptop and just put it right in front of the tank. At least give you a little idea of what it looks like. And that's why I want the one cord that you plug in the battery, so that doesn't happen. Same, bro. Hey, yo, 5 gallon, 2.5 gallon. You ever had the 2.5 gallon buckets? Mwah. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. What I'm doing, I have a 5.5 right here. It's a Pingu guppy colony, and the Pingu guppies. Hold on, let me get this camera out of the way. The Pingus, I still have one of the original females, but you know, guppies in the hobby are so inbred that it was bent spine after bent spine, and you know, people, how it's not a guppy anymore. Well, okay, but it's healthy and there's no bent spines. So what I did was I put female endlers in there, and I had to take the original Pingu guppy female out because they were chasing her so bad, because they're all smaller than her, because they're endlers now. But let's see, get a little bit of something here. Yeah. Well, all kinds of stuff. I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot. But look at how healthy that tank looks. I'm definitely gonna be pulling some fish out of there. I like to colony breed in every single thing, and I believe that you can teach your fish to not eat the fry. I really do. I really believe that you can do that. Hey, bro. Yes. You missed it earlier. I was talking about. Thank you. Thank you. I was talking about. I'm actually talking to someone right now that's got some endlers with, you know, that are documented, and they actually are all the way from John Endler himself. And if I can get those, brother, if I can get those, that's what the database is for. I'd be able to go in here, I'd be able to go into my profile, register them, and I still have some more edits to do. I actually did a live stream and did an edit on the guppy just to kind of like walk through it, and so because really it doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. I was the first person to put diamond tetras in here. I don't know. I love it. Like, we need this kind of information. Yeah. Ichthyology. Yes, there's an African dwarf frog in there. It doesn't. It. She wants any and all information possible. But I put my guppies in here too. Basically, how I like to breed them and like things that I like. I do like to keep some of the notes from other other people's, like if I agree with whatever, I'll leave it in here, but I'll add my own notes and just kind of some stuff that I've learned since I've been doing it. Um, how I like to buffer things and all kinds of other stuff. And my like with the huge emphasis on live food and a lot of these edits, it's it's key. It's key. I have one of my couple pictures actually. Yeah, a couple of my pictures of the same tank I just showed you. But I like to include photos. I just did one on the Variatus Platy. Um, they got all these crazy names for them. The this Platy and the this Platy, blah blah blah. And I'm like, these are Variatus or variegated Platies, because I feel like uh, it confuses people when they don't know the difference between Variatus and just other Zyphophor, regular Platy. Because they are different. They're different. Let's see. I know I have a picture. Let me see. Got to go back to the main end. There we go. Has anyone else put information for these in here? Yeah, okay. I think Jody did. So, other than her, yeah, I have my experience with them in here, basically. Along with other things. I still have some more to do. But yeah, the whole goal is to build a phylogenetic tree of these fish. And if I get them, I already give my fish to people for free. I would love nothing more than to sell my fish and make a little money to put back into food and things like that. But at the same time, if I know someone's going to take care of them, I have a lot of questions before I give fish away, especially these endlers. When it comes to the guppies, not so much. But the endlers, if you want any of the endlers, there's certain questions that I have, because people are people, and they do stuff that people do, and we don't always agree with those things. And so I like to know what they got going on. I'll act like I'm not worried about it, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll put them up for free. I'll literally put them on marketplace for free, and I'll say, like, free, but I wouldn't mind taking money for it, for food or something. Like, great, but ultimately I just want other people to enjoy them, and I love doing that. Even like the African door frogs, I remember breeding them for and I've bred them quite a few times. I have a couple blonde morphs. So, you know what? I had to do CPR on an African door frog a week or two ago. And guess what? That fucker's alive. One of the most sensitive creatures I've ever... Yeah, man. Like, we really care about we and because I've watched a lot of I've seen your videos, I've seen your interviews and stuff like that, like on Mexicali and things, and I've been on Mexicali too. I love Jorge. I'm very glad that he had asked me to come on. It was great. But just as well as I do, we take a lot of like pride and like humility and like humbled by this stuff. Like, you could have the worst day in the world, but you can come home and get grounded back with nature. Just like that. And it's beautiful. And I think other people are desensitized to. People don't even walk outside without shoes, you know? Like, people don't. They go from their air conditioned garage to their air conditioned car to an air conditioned business and back. They don't. It's like. we're, we're losing that whole element of what it is to be a human being. And I feel that this really brings that back and kind of helps ground people, and I just want anybody that I know is going to take care of them, and you know, maybe they've never had them or have never been able to find them or whatever, and like, yeah, like, I just want you to enjoy it, so here you go. I will take, if you want to give me some money for food, go ahead. Even though I do a lot of live food cultures and stuff like that, you know, there's still other things that you need to, you know, there's and there's so much to learn about every single individual fish. Um, I think it's a disservice to this planet and everything, and to the people that are trying to keep this going, by just not sharing that information, or you don't have time, you can't find the time. Man, you can find the time. I put here's a picture of them breeding. This male, I just gave CPR to this male. He got stuck in some chala wood. I don't know how, because I really don't know how he did it, but it's a learning curve. Never put in chala wood. I mean, I think I've taken those. Yeah, this was before that happened, so I completely took that piece out, and put some different wood in there. But here's a picture of a blonde and a regular side-by-side comparison kind of deal. But what I did, I took that frog, and I had that frog on my hand with his head and his arms hanging off my finger, and I just took my thumb and I just I pumped him, kept pumping his right where his heart would be, put him in the water, because if they stay out of water for even 15 minutes they'll dry up and die. So I kept sticking him back in there. They're fully aquatic frogs, they have lungs, but I don't know how he got stuck. He was dead. But I was doing it anyway. After 10-15 minutes I got a little twitch, so I kept putting him back in there, you know, kept doing it. 20 minutes, another little twitch. I kept doing it. I'm like, dude, this sucks. This twitched a couple times already. Please, like, don't do this. Like, this sucks. This is the last thing I wanted to happen. And while I'm doing all this thinking, all of a sudden this frog just comes back and just starts squirming. And I cried like a little baby. Because I was successful. And I care about that $5 frog that much. And I've had them for almost... Those are one of the first animals I got in this hobby. I've had them for a long time. I've bred them quite a few times. I have a friend at the time he was 8 years old, I bred a couple, and just for him. And it's the little victories like that keep you going. I can't express all of the money I have put into any of these things, like these website, like especially Lily's website. Every month she gets some of my money. She tells me I don't have to do that, but I'm not gonna no. This is gonna work. We're doing this. We're doing this. I may be a broke college student, but I can still afford to give you some money every month. And there's one other guy that I do like to donate to. His name is Paul Rosalie. He's in the Amazon. Um, these cartel guys are literally going around and murdering good tribes and setting the rainforest on fire to mine it for gold. They have like what, like a million or $2 million on his head. Like, it's scary. But this is this is what's really going down. This stuff is not a joke, it's happening. And he's the other person I like to donate to. They're almost at 34 million. Look at that. Almost $14 million have been raised. Like, that's got to speak for something, right? There's so many issues going on in the Amazon. And not only, the Amazon's already lost like 30% of its mass. And when it gets to a certain percentage, so the Amazon is so big, it has its own it's got its own magnetic poles. It has gravity. It creates weather for the Amazon. It pulls nutrients from the Sahara, and then basically mixes all that in with the rain that it's building, drop all of that down, and then through transpiration, it all comes and gets created again. And then all of those nutrients and minerals in that water that's in the air gets carried by the wind stream to the rest of the world. Oxygen, like, just more than that. And it's just, scientists know if it gets to a certain degree, it won't be able to do that anymore because it won't have the same mass. And we don't know where that number is, but I'm going to tell you right now, at 30%, it's already scary. I don't get it. I don't get it. And my whole thing is, at the very least, if you know anything about fish, if you've bred a fish, even if you haven't bred it but you know a lot about it, come in here and make an edit. Put that information on here. Even if it's vulnerable, even if it's of least concern. It might not always be a least concern animal. It might be endangered tomorrow. I need to do one for Medaka yet. I need to do one for some Paleatus cories. What else do I need to do? Let me see. I haven't bred that many, but let's see. Endlers, Tetras, Molly, Door Frogs, Guppy, the Variatus. So Paleatus, Medakas, and then I think that's it for right now. Oh, I could put mystery snails in here. I mean, I've bred everything. Sure, not everything, but like like critter wise anyway, like shrimps, scuds, daphnia, cyclops, phytoplanktons, copepods, ostracods. Sea shrimps are my favorite to culture. They culture really good with scuds. Other things do not. And the scuds that I have don't eat my plants either, which is really cool. And they're a great source of carotenoids, especially for your endlers and guppies. I've actually, I have had 1 or 2 times where I put a thing on Marketplace about it, like, you know, the whole 9 yards. This is Gomeris. This is what they do. This. They help with this. I had one person buy them, you know, throw me a little money for some. And I gave her so many of them. And, like, and I know that she'll never, if she did what I told her to do, she'll never have to buy them ever again. And that's the thing. And that's the goal. I want to get, I've been collecting a lot of dirt and rocks from the river, and I'm trying to find some Acellus aquaticus. I want some aquatic isopods. I don't want Lurkeus. I want Acellus aquaticus. They're native to the Mississippi in North America. There's a couple fish that, like the pug-nosed minnow, or the I think it was black striped shiner or something. There's all kinds of endangered fish all over, even in my area, in your areas, everyone's areas. There's animals in danger, and plants. Conservation and preservation things. It doesn't stop with animals. It's everything. It's everything. Plants, as well. As much as it is about the plants and the animals, it also is very much about us and keeping us in a sustainable environment. But I mean, if you're in a state that has, you know, it's showing you have DNR in your area, it's a very, very good tool to be able to see what's going on in your area. Aquatic invasive species, fish, and like we got zebra mussels everywhere. We got channel cats, and channel cats are in like 90% of all the freshwater in the world already anyway. Like it. But yeah, just like that person that thought it was okay to take her kids to the wetland preserve where it says no fishing and just let her kids fish there. No, I emailed the DNR. It's not okay. It's not okay. What I was doing, I was trying to net out one of the fish that I saw because it looked like a cichlid, didn't look like bluegill or a sunfish, and I wanted to get a picture of it to send them, and I was going to put it back, but I was never able to get one. They were darting in and out of the rocks just like cichlids. They had the spinal rays like cichlids. I don't know, maybe you could tell me, Flowers with Horns. Is there a cichlid species out there that has, you know, it's clear, but it's got like almost a yellow marking, almost like a diamond on it? 'Cause that's what I saw. And yeah, like I don't want them to get in trouble. They need to be talked to by, because I can go say whatever I want to them. They're gonna look at me and be like, who the fuck are you? Like, I'm a concerned human being. You know, like that. There's reasons these things are here. Like one time I was out there It's right by my house. I walk out there all the time just to check it out and see if, make sure. I really do go out there and make sure nobody's doing a bunch of crazy shit there. One of the times I went up there, there was a whole tackle box just wide open with all kinds of hooks hanging out of it, and there was baby ducks and geese walking all around, and they could have gotten hooked. They could have gotten hooked. I took the guy's fishing license out of it, put it on top of the garbage can. I took the whole tackle box. Fuck around, find out. Don't do shit like this. Don't be part of the problem. You're lucky I didn't see you there. You would have got touched. You would have got touched for that. It's different when it's a mom and like their kids. Like, I'm not about to go freak out on them, but I would hope that, you know, somebody not even go figure out who they are and go freak out on them. But hey, I'm seeing people fish here, and I'm seeing fish in here that don't look anything native to me. Come check, please, like, come check the area out. Like, come make some more stops over here. Because people are just doing crazy stuff, dude. People don't care. They throw their fish wherever they want. It almost feels like some of these guys are literally throwing their fish in there and trying to go back and catch them. It's almost kind of what it felt like. They are pets. And they are very out of tune. Very, very much so. Because it's just a fish, right? You know? Oh, it's just a fish. Oh yeah, well, you're just a human being. You know? What are you contributing to society? Like, if I'm gonna spend my time here, I had a real bad problem with alcohol from 15 to about 29. I'm 33 now. Imagine. Maybe if it would have happened earlier, maybe I would have gotten to something else and never found this. But at the same time, just however it worked out, this is what happened. And, you know, it was finding that hobby. It was finding that spark, that motivation, be the change you want to see in the world. And go do that. Lead by example. Don't tell people things that are, you know, just absolute crazy nonsense. Lead by example. Be a good, just lead by example. And no one's perfect. No one's perfect. I make mistakes. We all do. But when you take full accountability and responsibility for that, yeah, okay, and then you move on, and you'll be a better person because of it. So, I mean, really, you could, I guarantee you, there's no flower horns on the database. I'll bet you there's not a flower horn on the database. If there is, I'll be surprised. Okay, a hybrid. Dude, you could come do a lot in this section of this database. It's free. Just takes a little of your time. If you were to go do this, all you'd have to do is make a profile. So when you're in the database itself, 1 second, let the computer load for UCKS's sake. Um, what was I just thinking about? Okay, so if you look through the families and you don't see a family of what you want to add, you go to the bottom, add the that's what I did with the African door frogs. I had to add the Pipidae. I had to add Pipidae, and then I went into Pipidae, and it was, obviously it's empty, right? So you add the family. If they're not on here already, add the family, submit it. It'll show up in this whole entire like categorized like thing about it's, and then you click into that family. Why is my computer just being so annoying right now? Oh, probably because I still have my camera software open. Close. Okay. So say, let's just say, okay, cichlid, right? Every time I stream, it's kind of slow sometimes. It has been. It's also been storming a lot out lately here, which doesn't surprise me actually. It's probably rain from the edge of that dang hurricane that you're in. I wouldn't doubt it. But anyway, you could go into cichlid if there's no you just add the species, add new species. If you don't see the family, add the family, then go into the family, then add the species. It's really, you really be leaving a good. It's good, and I know you have good information. I know you do. I've listened to you talk. I'm just not a big cichlid person because I'd probably cry if I watched one cichlid kill another one in front of me because I just get too personable with them. But if I were to get cichlids, I'd probably get like a checkerboard, some checkerboard cichlids, or because those things are like 2 inches. And I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 other species I've heard about that. Yeah, this is bugging out on me right now. One sec, let's see. Go back to the main. So, yeah, so even in here, this is the main page. They make pins. She makes these pins, they're really cool. I got a couple of them. I got the Frontosa, I got this guy here. I have the Sailfin Molly, and she sent me a darter, which I don't think is in here yet. So yeah, I'm really, if I get $115, I'm gonna be like, hey, can we make some endlers that look exactly like my endler? And then basically they'll make like 500 of them and then sell them on the website. And it's just a contribution. I mean, they're really, really cool pins. What I want to do is get a poster board, pin all of them to this poster board, and then hang it up. Get every pin I have. I got this one too. And this one. So, I already got 4. I'd love to get more. Oh yeah, anyway. Database. Stay on track, Jacob. ADHD be ADHDing. So this is Lily. She created this database when she realized a lot of the problem with this stuff is that there's no documentation. And that's really where it starts. So yeah, I'll leave the link in the chat. You can check it out. I will also, let's see, I also found a really nice, like, contrasting, like, review of live food nutritional status with essential nutrients for aquatic animal health, like a whole review, bunch of good stuff. I love Google Scholar. I love it. They're talking about probiotics, trace metals, talking about things that we don't really think about often, you know? Like selenium. Selenium's a vital trace element. What? What is that? You know? So I'm gonna be going through this like a mother effer. And yeah, man. I mean, if you want to, you don't have to. You don't have to. But it's free to help. It's free to help. It doesn't take long. Maybe 20 minutes. Just looking up the other information, like from a source, and just verifying it, and then putting your spin on it. It's basically a way for people to, oh, okay, well, I have this fish. Let me look through these edits. Oh, Flowers with Horns bred this. I want to see how he did it. Oh. He's got, only his edit is talking about this. Let me try that. Boom. Boom. Success for that person trying to be a part of this. And Ivan McColgy, he's very inspiring. Look into his stuff. Go check out his all kinds of free articles, free information. Does art, you know, support the guy, because we need people like him. We need people like Lily. We need people like just us. We need more of us in this. We can't do this together, you know, on our own. So we need to do this together. It just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Oh yeah, Flowerhorn. Have you ever heard of the Astronatus Makolji? Well, Ivan was the first one to, let's see. He was the first one to record it, basically. It's an Oscar. They named it after him. But, yeah. And this is just one of the fish that he's recorded for science. He's the first to record a species of piranha. Like 8 orchid species, a couple other fish. He's doing a diamond tetra reintroduction project right now. Like, there's so many free things to look at through here. Like, here's the red-eye piranha that let's see. Like, he's got artwork. Like, I would totally pay for that if I had the money for that. Botanicals? Hold up. Can I buy botanicals? Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. I did not know. Orinoco Sand, bro. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting that. Oh, this must be his one of. Let's see. Little tree designs. Let's see. About I'm not. I don't speak Spanish, so I really should. I really should. Ooh, isopods. You got any aquatics? No. I have I got terrestrial isopods all over the place. I just go outside and collect them all. I go outside and collect moss probably like every other day. Like last night, I had a pocket of moss. I was outside for 2 minutes to do something. Next thing I know, my pocket's full of moss. Aqua Vitro, they got okay. And now this must be like just another website that he probably has a couple things, you know, that he sells through that. But I saw a couple other things on there. I saw a couple other things that got my attention. Let me sit the hell back down. Oh yeah, oh yeah. One more time. One more time. One more time. I bred all of these fish. Every single one of them I bred. Some of my first hybrids are in here. There's my original Pingu guppy. I had to I mixed female endlers in there to fix their blood, so they were chasing her around too much, because live bears, they see the biggest one, that's where they're going. But yeah, all kinds of genetics. I even made some like lyre tail snakeskin endlers, and I don't even know how, but I'm kind of going back and looking at and thinking about what I did, and I think I'm kind of narrowing it down. As well as there are a couple Pingu guppies in here. Oh, there's the lyre tail right there. I don't know if you can see it. Lyre tail snakeskin endler. Really nice, cool, like green. Let's see, where's my lace hybrid? This one right here. This one is a hybrid from a green lace guppy and an endler. And it looks like that tail is green, but it's really blue. I've been figuring out how to get the melanistic gene to come out. I've been doing a lot of work with the golds, with the gold bodies, because they're fully recessive. The gold bodies are all recessive traits. I actually have a male that he looks like a calico endler, but I have a male with a gold body in the other tank right now too. I started out with a couple, and now they're just rolling. This is a Pingu guppy endler right here, with the pink and there's a little fraying at the fin, kind of like an endler would, but I'll take that over bent spine any day, any day. And I can see this one's like a F2 from some of my endlers. And then some of these black tuxedo ones with the red fins, these are actually, I put a tuxedo female with my Pingu guppies, and so now I got these guys. One of them has a huge red line on top of his, like, where is he? It's right here, I think. But right up by his face, he's got a big old red line that goes up to the top to the dorsal, and then I think they have the magenta gene because they have like this metallic line at the top. So what I want to do is I might. This would be like the first time I'd ever do like an actual controlled breeding experiment. But I want to take. I kind of want to take one of them out, and then take one of the the female pingus, and cross that again and see if I can get those fins yellow. That'd be sick. Make my own, because there's apparently bumblebee pingu guppies. That's another one right there. He's a little bit bigger. But yeah, they just look like tuxedos with red, but their red is like really bright and vibrant. And in the light, sometimes you get like a really like a magenta purple out of it too. But I'm more than welcome. Like I anybody wants any of these fish, just get a hold of me. Cause I don't sell them. I mean I can't legally. Not in Iowa, right by the Mississippi River. I can't do that. So why not give them to people? And you know what? If you want to give me some food or something for it, sure. But that's also why I kind of want to get a job in the DNR. That way I can do what I really want to do, you know, like in a professional setting, you know, breed native. And I've been looking at a lot of different native species that are endangered. I want to go catch them. I got all kinds of nets and stuff. Like I said, I've been going down to the river, but I just don't have time all the time to be doing that. But they're beautiful fish. I can't even stop looking at them. I'm like cutting myself off here. But even even the wilds I have El Tigres breeding true, and I have a lot of them. I'd be more than happy to give that to somebody that is gonna take care of it and love it like I do, you know? More than happy and more than willing to do stuff like that. And then, so yeah, I did see a couple other things on here though. Fishes. Are you selling fish? I'm definitely about to look at that botanical pack thing. There's some sand in there from the Orinoco. That'd be cool. Right? But with the earthquake and stuff, he's probably really busy. I've emailed him. But he's a busy guy, obviously. He's got art prints, which is cool. You don't have to actually buy the, like, wow, look at that. That's actually kind of nuts. Are these American dollars? Hey, man. More power to you. I hope, look at that. Let's see. Yeah, wow. The quality of that is absolutely insane. And if you think people aren't buying this stuff, people aren't buying it. They're definitely buying this stuff. I mean, let's see. So yeah, you can even, a lot of the stuff he'll try to help you too. Like if you're gonna sit there and like spend the money on something like this, he's saying right here, he's saying that he would give a complimentary copy of the book, Fishes in the Orinoco. Like, I mean, at least there's that. At least, you know, they're not set. Like, he does whatever he can to try to, you know, make his, like, things cost money. It, it costs a lot of money to do the things that he's doing, but this is his life work. As well as there is all kinds of free information on here to begin with. You have to be able to eat. You have to be able to take care of yourself. You have to be able to keep it going. Like, I can only work part-time because I'm in school, and that's actually that's what I did with my first school check. I bought Fishes of the Orinoco. Just kidding. I bought all the books I needed, but then I threw some of my money together with that to get that book. The Altars Rapids. This is a really cool documentary. And it's on sale. How long is it? I've seen it before, but not the whole thing. I'm definitely gonna be. I emailed him and I kind of like proposed like a little, you know, like just something. Kind of had like a question for him, really. And if it comes to fruition, I don't know. I like it. It makes me feel good that they know who I am as an individual, because people think it's impossible to talk to people. It's not. It is not impossible to talk to people. We're all human beings. And I guess my little story grabbed the heart of his sister. She said she was bawling. And I said that wasn't my intention, but that, like, it's powerful. It's powerful. 'Cause that's how you know when you found somebody, you know, that wants to be doing this. You know when you find that person. You can tell. But that's cool. He's got his own little botanical packs. But this right here's got me going crazy right now. Thinking about getting like some Orinoco-like sand. Okay. Monkey pods, palm pod, magnolia leaves. But really, just want to help support. Those are decent sized bags of sand too. Like, and I love experimenting with different botanicals that I've never done before too. Like all these little pods. Like, what is Monega leaf? Like, what? Like, maybe I should try it. You know. Like, I've done cocoa pods, beel pods, melon pods, jackfruit leaves, catappa, alder cones. In the fall, I live in Iowa, and in the fall, I go and collect oak and maple leaves from places that I know that aren't being sprayed with, you know, bug killers and things like that. And I have enough leaves for half the year. I mean, but that's the thing. Is this money going exactly to him or not? I'll have to look into that and get it translated so I can see what they're talking about exactly. But Ivan McColgy, check him out. Look him up on YouTube. He's got, I think Mexicali did an interview with him. There's other people, you know, like he's a very inspiring person, and we need more of that in this world. That's what we need. We need more of that. And I know I've just been rambling about Ivan, and I just really care. Like, I am getting some, like I said before, I'm getting some Scyphia multipunctata. And it's like the universe just lining itself up, because I met someone today who's a fellow fish nerd, and just like that, we've been like she said that she would probably give me some like some old 5.5s, some 10s, you know, stuff like that. I have a rack I want to set up. I was thinking about doing a 20 long blackwater tank and maybe doing some wild bettas. That's still a possibility. And if I can get some more 5.5 gallon tank, the thing I want to do though is there's like 4 racks, and a 5.5 gallon tank the long way, you can see all the way through that. So 4 on the shelf, boom, 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 and then a 20 long, right? And then maybe, actually the certain betta species that I want can be together. Actually, they're mouth brooders, they're not bubble nesters, so I could put them in a 20 long, peat filter, grow up the babies in those, right? Or, I mean, I could do that, but I could also at the same time, if I do get some of these tanks, they would just all go on this rack, and I'd be able to move some of the guppies out of here, because I want to put the Scyphia in this 20 high in here. That's what I want to do with them. And it's either get rid of some of the guppies or set up another tank. And usually it's set up another tank. That's usually how these things work. My landlord knows they're all there too. I mean, yeah. And the thing about the Scyphia, yeah, Alex, that's how I even found out about him in the first place, right? So I don't think you were here earlier, so let me tell you this crazy, just little little couple of events that led to where this is. I saw Alex talking about the books. When I got the book, I sent kind of my story along with my payment. And Ivan's sister, sorry, my mic, I just gotta fix it real quick. Ivan's sister started emailing me, and she's the one that got me in contact with Lily. Lily used to intern for them. And I did just try to email Ivan, but I didn't know that there was an earthquake going on or whatever. You know, I didn't know what was going on over there. But I know that now because I just talked to Alex last night, and he told me about it. And he said next time he hears from him, he'll talk to him. And it's crazy. It's just, don't be scared to talk to people. Like, as I said before, like, I didn't realize how small this conservation, preservation, you know, wildlife stuff, like, community really was until now. And it's like, it's pretty crazy. But Alex was actually on a stream with me a couple weeks ago for like a half hour. It was one of the best days of my damn life, man. Like, I've learned more from him than I've learned from anything in this that deep dive playlist. And I tell him all the time. Like, you have no idea, man. Like, you know, like, I am so grateful to have met you guys. And, like, to, you know, and now it's like we talk on Facebook. When I was taking an anthropology class, I was sending him a lot of the stuff that I was currently learning because he loves anthropology, and that's pretty sure that, you know, that's what he did when he was in school. And, so we did a lot. We talked about like anthropology. We talk about a lot of stuff. I mean, he's a really busy guy. We don't talk all the time, but when I do talk to him, it's a nice little exchange, because he's got hundreds of people messaging him every day. And I can only imagine. So he says he just he tries to bounce around, you know, and it makes me happy that someone like him would take the time out of his day to come here and talk to me on here. I sent him it was a pop-up. I was just bored. I was streaming. I sent him a message. I said, "What you doing? You bored? You bored?" And he's like, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Alright, here's the Restream link. Came in, talked to me for a little while, and it felt like being like validation from your idols. That's kind of what it felt like. I talk to him all the time about like stuff I'm doing and stuff, and I'm grateful to have met him. I'm so grateful to have met him and had the talks that I have with him. And without that, I would have never knew who Ivan was. I would have never knew who Lily was. I would probably not be in the situation where I am now in college, going to school, trying to be a wildlife officer, work in a fishery. It's a small world. It's a small world. But real quick before I leave, let me tell you about these Scyphia. These Scyphia multipunctata are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. They come from a certain river basin in Mexico, and they've introduced largemouth bass into their habitat. Go figure. Go figure. They're polluting it. It's now like a resort for people to go and spend time at the beach. This is the only place where these live in the world. And you're gonna put largemouth bass Like, come on, man. Like, that's just crazy. Like, who put them there? Who introduced them there? Probably people in higher power positions. I don't know why they do this. It's like, it's almost like the people that are trying to just let the devil's hold pupfish go so we can move on. How about not? How about you stop going over there and throwing shit in there? Like, there's people literally, like, they have to block it off, dude, because people will be going up in there just throwing shit in there. Like, dude, come on, man. I'm gonna put you in a little enclosed thing, and I'm just gonna throw rocks at your little tiny pebbles and see if I can hit you in the head with it for like an hour. And just keep doing it. Keep doing it. And see how you know what I mean? Like, come on. These are living creatures. Very sentient creatures. And what's really interesting about these guys is they have a little... It's not really a gonopodium. It's called something else, but it's a rounder organ. But it does the same purpose of a gonopodium. The way that they display is absolutely beautiful. Now, when you see endlers and guppies, how they'll kind of perk their fins up and like the fish will be going this way and they'll kind of follow them with their sides, showing them their side. These fish, they come up and then they vibrate all their fins in separate directions. Oh. And then the gestation period for the females is like 2 months. So every fish that comes out is attached to an umbilical cord for a few minutes. And they're like the size of probably like 3-month-old guppies. Like, that's pretty cool. I want to see that. And I might get paperwork for them. That's the other thing. It's possible that I might be able to get the paperwork for them. And if I do, guess where they're going? Like, I mean, man, it's one fish at a time, right? So what do you got besides? I know you love flower horns and you know your cichlids and your hybrids. You know, I know what you like, but I think you did say something about guppies. What other fish do you like to keep that aren't cichlids? I'm really curious. You know, you want to come up and talk to me for a sec? If you want, I'll send you the link. But I'm really curious. I'm kind of curious as to how, and I've seen some of how you keep your fish all the way out in Alaska, but like I'm pretty interested. Like I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit. But these Scyphias, I'm in love with them already. I haven't even had one yet. I've seen all kinds of videos of them displaying to the females. And I do know someone I could probably send scale samples to. But I don't want to do that unless like a fish dies or something, then I'll take a scale sample. But other than that, just trying to get the paperwork really. It'd be great. It'd be really, really great. So yeah, my classes, my next classes are starting on the 22nd. I'm doing psychology and composition. One Wonder if I can find the program that I'm working towards. Because it's like a fisheries program um, here in town. There's a college called University of Dubuque, UD, and they have, and that's probably what I'll be trying to get into. Because the whole going to Madison and trying to do the aquaculture, like, I don't. Well, first of all, I don't have a silver spoon in my mouth, and I am dead broke. But the fish eat first, man. Literally. The fish and my cat, they eat first. And my critters. I got all kinds of isopods I collect. Like if you want some Cyclistus convexes, some roly-polies, the curly woodlouse, let me know. Let me know. But basically it's gonna be like a kind of like a freshwater ecology major or like an animal sciences major. I've also I was trying to get into like some horticulture, but I can't find the problem with out here is everything that you find for agriculture and like plants and agronomy and stuff like that, it's all related to farming, like cattle farming. Like, no, no. People don't realize in the next like 10 years, aquaculture is going to be the most demanding field in the next like 10-15 years. People don't realize how bad it is, but it's bad. And I know a lot of aquaculture stuff already, so I mean, I could learn all these other things and then just kind of put it all together. It'd be like my foot in the door type of way, you know? I'm willing to go anywhere in the world to help out, anywhere. I tried doing stuff in my city. I tried getting a job at the Mississippi River Valley Aquarium. They wanted to pay me $10 an hour to be educating children and stuff and other adults and things, and like the public, literally educating the public. Like that I said everyone wants conservation, but nobody wants to pay for it. The people that are paying for conservation are poor people like me with no fucking money, and we'd rather see that actually go do something. I can't contribute a lot every month, but damn right, getting anything that I can every month, it's getting sent to Lily. It's getting sent to the Amazon. It's like, oh, I didn't know that about you. Well, yes. It's not a flex. It's a, that's being a human being. I'm trying to motivate people to get involved. You don't even have, like, anything helps. Any information, anything. It all goes back into the database. Everything, all of these things go back into the main goal, But I don't know. My buddy that was on here earlier, I thought it'd be really interesting to. We're gonna start like I'm gonna have him stream with me. Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, um, you got Discord? Come join my server and talk to me after this. I'll be in the chat. I'll be in the VC. If you wanna chat for a minute, hang out or whatever. Tell me a little bit more about you. I love meeting people. I mean, we've had our little like exchanges here and there and stuff like that, and but I mean, if you wanna come hang out, you're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to. But I mean the Discord's on my YouTube also. My email's there. Um, you know, if there's any reason, you know, yeah, yeah, it is very yeah. Uh, so download. Are you on the phone or are you on your computer? Cause it's a lot more fun on the computer. Because you know, like we could do this, like how like like almost like a live, but we'd be talking just me and you and my little thing, you know. Yeah, you click that link, that'll go right to my Discord server. Um, if you join that, or if you have to make a Discord, or like yeah, yo, there's a lot of good people, and Discord is amazing because we can talk about you do download it on both. Download it on both. Um, if you're not sitting at the computer right now and you're doing other stuff, just do it on the phone. But in the future, like at some point, definitely download it on your laptop. You will love it, bro. There's I just made this I made this server a couple months ago, maybe. I was noticing that people were wanting to goof off in the live streams and people were getting upset that people were goofing off. And I was like, okay, the Fish fam wants somewhere to hang out. Let me make a Discord server and call it the Kick It Corner. Like anybody can come, you know. It's literally like I have the permissions on for everybody to go into the voice chat. People can go in there and talk anytime they want. The server's not about me whatsoever. Any other server you see, it's all revolved around the person that made it. Not mine. Mine is about you guys that want to be there and create a community of like-minded individuals that we can bounce. And the thing, if there's ever stuff going on and someone has a question and they don't know what to do, there's really awesome people in there that will come and do that. And like, I love where it's going. I love where it's going. I just started posting YouTube videos like in, I don't know, January, February. It was in January because one of my first shorts was me at the Tri-State Swap. And that's when I brought Calamanus worms home. And it was my fault for not quarantining, but you learn, right? And Calamanus Cadi. Whew. I know how to treat it. I know how to treat it. Very easily. It seems like it's a hard thing for other people, but hey, I got a little trick. And I cured it. I was watching a lot of my first hybrids literally get emaciated, and like Like the Levamisol literally took out a 2-year-old colony of shrimp that I had been breeding, that got all the way down to 4 shrimp, and I got it populated again. I had like 8 Histatus cories and like 8 Pygmaeus in a 10-gallon, just all in the mid-water, just with aquatic isopods and shrimp, and it was, oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Well, now, uh, I think that Corydoras and Synodontis have specialized intestines that these worms can't catch onto, that they can't latch onto. That's what I think. There's been talk about it, but there hasn't been any real research done on it. But not only that, my Synodontis are scaleless. They acted like nothing was going on, even the meds. But with the the Pygmaeus and your smaller critters are going to be more, they're going to be more sensitive. So it took out. I have maybe 3, 4 Histatus left, and maybe a couple pygmies. No shrimp. No aquatic isopods. It sucked, man. It was the only time ever since I started this hobby that I looked at all my fish and I was like, I almost wanted to call them and quit the hobby. But if I did that, I would be failing them and I'd be failing myself. And that's not okay. That's not okay. Especially to the fish. It's not fair to them. So I figured it out and I treated them, and now they're. And when I get that rack set up, there's a quarantine. I've been using a scud tank as a quarantine. Because I have scuds in so many places, I don't even need it to be a scud tank anymore. Like a scud, doesn't even need to be a scud culture. But yeah, after you get that downloaded, just click on that link and it'll show. I'll see when that happens. It'll show me that you hopped in, and then when I see that, I'll reach out personally, and I can kind of show you around like how things like work and stuff, and Discord's a really great tool. It's great. I love it. A lot of the guys that that we talk to on YouTube, they're in. Alex is in the server, like, got my brother in there. Got some of my actual friends, like the person I was on here with earlier. That's actually one of my close friends that I met almost 14 years ago, and it's great to see this and see people actually. People want to hear what I have to say. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, brother, you good. You good. I would love to do a stream with you sometime, if you're down. Be great. I've had Alex on, I've had Prodigal on, I'm gonna be having Lily. I have a couple other people lined up, like, I have at least 5, 6 people, like, just waiting on good time for them to, to do it. And I don't know, it feels great. Yeah, I would love that. It would be so cool. So, you know what? As soon as, do you have an email on your YouTube channel? if you do, I will resend you the link just in case you lose it or something weird happens or whatever. And then, yeah. Let me see what you got going on. Let me see if you got your. And you do art. I would be thrilled to get a piece of artwork from you to put on. I like to collect people artwork from like I'm trying to get artwork from Alex, from Ivan, now you, and I like to collect artwork from people that you know, that I meet through this kind of stuff. Not only that, but people in the past, like my bosses, one of my old bosses, before he retired, his daughter did a big, huge canvas painting for me with just cats all over it, and you know, and that was how long ago. And like, it's just, you know, it's personal. Like, it's really personal. It's she did that. Wow. Wow. I don't think I see an email, but I will drop you mine. I will drop you mine. If something happens to where it doesn't work or whatever, just shoot me an email and I'll help you out. But you should be able to do effectively as soon as you get that downloaded, and you click that link. It'll it's an invite to my thing, and as soon as you accept it, it'll put you in the general it'll put you in a certain spot, and I'll see it. I'll be able to see it. And there you are. And there you are. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Okay, so where is... I think you have to, there's like some, like rules and things like that I make people look at before they... But you are in here now. Sick. Okay. Cool. So stay where you're at. I'm gonna hop out of here. I'm gonna go into the VC, the voice chat, and I'll send you an invite to that, and it'll, or you could just click on it and I'll see you there in 2 seconds. It says kick a corner VC. But if I don't see you in there in a couple minutes, I'll send you an invite. We'll talk. We'll talk. Hell yeah. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. With that being said, somebody please show me that you submitted an edit, and I will send you some of these towels that I got from Lily. Yo, Flower, created an account, submit an edit, takes 20-30 minutes. Send me a screenshot. I'll send you some towels with some angelfish. I got some discus ones. I'll send you a Frontosa pin. How's that sound? No one's doing it. No one's doing it, and I feel I feel bad. You are. I'll be there in a. Yes, you are. I'll be there in a second. Thank you, everyone who came. Thank you, Jonah. It's really gonna be fun, I think, to kind of have. Because Jonah's not in the hobby. He doesn't know about fish and stuff like that. Here, yeah, that's right there. And then if you go into here, let me see. Let me send the thing. Let me get off here. Let me get off here, alright? But it is nice to have Jonah in here because he isn't in the hobby. He's very smart. And it's good because we all talk to each other and we all know about fish. But I think it's a good element to see how people like him react to these things, you know, that we think are just so completely normal, and they blow people's minds away. And that's what we need to do. We need to reach more people. We need to talk to people, talk about the things that don't want to be talked about, you know, encourage each other to build on this kind of stuff. Like, it's important not only to the fish, it's important to us, it's important to our children, it's important to the life of on this planet and for the future, you know. Are we going to be another generation telling our kids, if you start today? I don't want that. I don't want that. So I mean, I started already, so I guess that's it. With that being said, thank you everyone for stopping by. Peace, love, save the whales. I will see you in 2 minutes, not even.